I believe there's two elements to leadership: positional power and personal power. So often when I speak on this topic, the title of the presentation is Leadership. It's not just positional, it's personal. One of the first principles is we need to focus on specific behaviors. We want to describe the behaviors just like you're the person in the family that's filming the family event where you say smile at the camera, people smile at the camera, wave at the camera, people wave at the camera. We need to do the very same thing when it comes to the work behaviors of our staff. Look how magical this technique is. You make a statement, you explain it, you give an example, restate it. Listening retention is 25%. You lock that down. You make a statement, you provide a unique explanation, a unique example, and restate it. Listening interpretation is 25%. You lock that down. People walk out of the meeting doing exactly what you hope they would do. Provide guidance without pointing it out. Now, if you want people to change, you've got to sell these 4 Ps. A purpose. There's a good reason why. The status quo isn't cutting it. I mean, if you're a manager, if you're a supervisor, they're managing and supervising. People need to know. And then you got to make sure they picture or have a demonstration of or can see what it would be like if they did it differently. And then you got to make sure you have a plan. We'll follow up in a couple of days. We'll follow up in a couple of weeks. We'll follow up in a couple of months. Seems pretty well thought out. And that's the part they need to play. You sell those 4 Ps, people will follow you through fire. I wish you all the luck in the world. It's time for us to follow that marching band to the trade show. Good luck to each and every one of you. Thank you for being such a great audience today. Thank you. Good luck. Thanks. During the presentation, I asked the participants to really think about their power bases. We have reward power, we have expert or information power, and also referent power. So what can we do to reward the people that we work with? And what kind of information or expertise do we have that we're willing to share seamlessly with others? And then how do we develop the relationships that people like us, trust us, and will follow us through fire? And then some people join the anti-change crowd. They decide simply not to change. But I learned this a long time ago growing up on the farm. It's a lot easier to ride the horse in the direction it's headed. Now, I don't know if you've ever been on a horse and wants to go back to the barn. It's going back to the barn. It's an 800-pound animal. And the more you pull on that bit and bridle, the more you slap it on the ears, the more likely it's going to scrape you off on a tree or the barn door on the way in. So sometimes when our industry changes, we're just going to have to ride the horse in the direction it's headed. I think leaders need to be flexible in their style. I draw from the research on situational leadership, and depending on the type of person that you're guiding, whether they're competent or not, confident or not, we need to make a minor adjustment in our leadership style so we can guide them to a successful career and a successful life.